This is an overview of spending 3 days in Sydney, Australia.
We're in Sydney in Hyde Park, which is the site of the Anzac War Memorial, as well as sundry other sites and some very cool birds, including an ibis.
The white Australian ibis, or ibis, if you're an imbecile like me.
So I'm standing behind the Anzac War Memorial and here in Sydney, and I believe that Anzac stands for Australia, New Zealand, and this is the part I'm making up, Army Coalition, which fought during the wars together.
The World War I had a great impact to all countries that fought, but the Anzac countries really suffered in Gallipoli, which was halfway around the world for them. The interior of the memorial is open during the day and doesn't require any admission. It's a very somber site, but also very well maintained and well respected by the people of Sydney. Hyde Park, near the Central Business District, is a beautiful place to walk around in central Sydney. It's about 40 acres and just next to the Botanical Gardens. Hyde Park is a great place to walk around or even skip around and is located next to St. Mary's Cathedral. Many fountains adorn the park, and it's again a great place just to stroll around while seeing the other sights of Sydney.
Sean and I are about to go in the St. Mary's Cathedral here in Sydney, Australia. Woohoo!
St. Mary's Cathedral is free to visit and reminiscent of many European cathedrals. The original church burned in 1860 and replaced by this one, consecrated in 1900. Reminders of the impact of the Great War are throughout Australia.
Big, tasteful, pristine, perfect condition.
This is August, or the end of winter, so flowers are just starting to emerge. Circular Quay is the focal point of tourism in Sydney. It's where cruise ships dock and a great place to grab a drink and look over the beautiful scenery of Sydney Harbour. The Sydney Opera House, around 2 in the afternoon. And the entire roof is made of individual tiles. Circular Quay is also where you can catch the ferry to other destinations. And all you gotta do is call. The second icon of Sydney is the Harbour Bridge. You can walk up it, although a tour takes 3 hours. It's a beautiful sight though, and it's near the Opera House. Better view of people coming down the bridge. This is the area known as the Rocks. Some pretty cool squash car art. Barangaroo Park is actually a new park in Sydney on the other side of the Harbour Bridge. And when we were there, it had a sculpture exhibit. This is the roof of Sydney's Contemporary Art Museum, which is free to go to. It's really cool. This was a temporary exhibit, but they do have a permanent collection and a lot of interesting stuff. The legs shake every once in a while. The Central Business District also is a place to walk around. Using Yelp to find someplace to eat. I hope she finds someplace good. Kathy was looking for famous Australians everywhere.
Can you believe that even on the currency is Hugh Jackman?
Hello, my name is Hyde. I was once the companion and friend of the great Queen Victoria.
What's cuter than Queen Victoria's talking dog? Why, sweet treats, that is. Yum. The Art Museum of New South Wales is just next to Hyde Park and St. Mary's Cathedral.
So we went to the Art Gallery of New South Wales and saw a lot of really talented artists whom we'd never heard of, all of which were based in Oceania, as well as some art by Picasso, Van Gogh, Turner, Constable, the usual boys, and some very odd contemporary art. If you're traveling for a month, the key word is free. So we're about to go check out the free Botanic Gardens.
Beyond all the birds, we also came across an unusual looking animal that we later identified as a possum. So Kathy, what is he?
I don't know. A wombat, a possum, a cute little thing with a strange tail. I don't know. But I stalked him across the park. Going to Bondi Beach by bus with coats on. About 60 degrees, as you can tell, on Bondi Beach here in Australia. And I told Sean that I didn't care how chilly it was. I flew all the way to Australia. I was taking off my shoes for the beach.
Bondi Beach is easy to get to from downtown Sydney, just taking a public bus. A hike along the coast from Bondi to Coogee, which is really the next town over, is well worth seeing and is not too rigorous.
So I'm in Sydney, Australia, at the world's second largest fish market. Smaller only than the COOGEE in Tokyo, the Sydney Fish Market. Unlike in Tokyo or in New York at the Fulton Fish Market, here you can actually buy either pre-cooked food or have them cook your food for you, and then either sit outside here and fight off all the seagulls, or sit inside and eat anything from squid on a stick to scallops that have been actually blowtorched on top of a bed of cheese. It's really amazing. Got a grilled barramundi fillet and scallops that are flambéed on, I guess they're flambéed, they're torched on a bed of cheese, and then they're topped with some roe and a little bit of aioli sauce. Okay, you got your score. Okay, good for you, good for you. My general impression is that this is the biggest consumer-friendly market I've ever visited. Amazing amount of pre-made food, and there's just amazing selection of fresh seafood as well.